record the rest of the meeting.
I'm okay with it.
All right, I'll be careful what I say.
That's a good idea. Because we don't
Sounds good.
see this photographic evidence.
All right, well, I guess we should get the meeting, get it going. Sort of hard to do, I guess we can do introductions, huh?
Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, no, that's, let's see, boom, boom, boom. Do we have any, Joe, do we have any correspondence?
Just a nice thank you letter from the Lion's Eye Foundation. Let me read it. Dated March 25th. Dear Lions, I wanted to say hello and to tell you to hang in there. We will get through this health emergency together. As for the invoice, he's referring to the semi-annual dues invoice that was enclosed with this letter. I realize the timing is not great, but we are still open and seeing patients, mostly emergency room consults from private practices that have closed during this crisis, and patients needing retina-related treatments. Your club participation allows us to continue to serve our communities and to fulfill our mission, preserving and restoring the gift of sight. Thank you for all you do. Stay safe. Lion Mark Paskvan, Program Coordinator, Lion's Eye Foundation.
Good.
That's the extent of the mail that I've received.
Excellent. Thanks, Joe. You know, something I didn't ask earlier, is everybody okay? I mean, they have everything they need and
Toilet paper.
No plumbing problems.
No.
So we've been going to Safeway and it's been pretty empty. And Kathy went up to Lenardi's up there on Skyline.
Mm-hmm.
Said they had toilet paper, beans.
Really?
The store was stocked.
What's Safeway?
Safeway, I go to the one in South City.
Okay.
The shelves were bare.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, our Safeway here in the Excelsior, they have a lot. They have everything.
Really?
At least 3 days ago. I don't know about now. They had everything except for a few items.
Yeah, I think Safeway supply chain is a little spotty.
Yeah.
At best.
Well, our Safeway is very small compared to the one in Westlake. Westlake,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Westlake didn't have it either.
no, their shelves were empty too. And so was Lucky's out in Daly City.
Well, maybe we don't have that many people going to our Safeway, even though the lines are really long all the time.
I think because it's smaller.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I've been using Instacart, so I've gotten 2 grocery deliveries via Instacart from Lunardi's.
Interesting.
Oh.
I didn't realize you were so up on the tech, Joe. Excellent.
Oh, my daughter. She's on the phone every day, and
What's that sound?
What's that noise?
Yeah, what's that noise?
What's it? The noise is.
Maybe it's because your phones are close together.
Yeah, we are, and the cat is in between us.
Okay, I'll go up. I'll go
That'll be the
upstairs.
cat's fault.
It's the cat.
It's
Yeah.
the cat that.
It's,
I thought
it's the
maybe
cat.
somebody was moving their knee and it was a little squeaky.
Well, that's the cat moving my knees.
All right.
It's hard to tell where it's coming from. I heard it and I'm going, do I have something wrong here or what?
How's that Instacart work out for you, Joe?
very good. Yeah, about 2 days from the day that I placed my order. And they just leave the groceries right at my entryway. I don't have to answer a doorbell or anything like that. And of course, it's all charged to my credit card. And they charge $2.99 delivery charge.
That's
not bad.
nothing.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
No, not for the service. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Costco does the same thing.
What's that?
And-
You can
Card-
order
card
online
phone?
and they deliver it for a fee.
Yeah, Costco does it.
Costco?
Instacart.
Instacart. Okay.
Instacart.com.
And what store do you use?
You decide which store you want. They give you a choice of Trader Joe's or Safeway or Lucky or Lunardi's. And then the different departments come up on the screen and they show what's available in those departments. For example, produce, it'll say lettuce, carrots, oranges, whatever you want. And then you decide, put it in your cart, and you go from department to department. And if you don't find what you want, there's a question mark box, and you could enter. For example, I was out of corned beef hash, and I couldn't find it anyplace. And I put corned beef hash up in the question box, and then I got the answer sold out. So that answered that.
Interesting.
Excellent.
I like
For
it.
$2.95, that beats going to the store just for
Yes,
going
yes.
to the
I
store.
know. It's
But if
fantastic.
you're not in a hurry, it takes
Yeah.
2 days for them to deliver. So you won't get the same day delivery.
Well, we're not going anywhere, are we?
No, it just depends on what you need, you know. Now, how does this Zoom rotate from person to person here? Is that part of the program?
Whoever
On
is
the,
talking,
video.
whoever is talking will be big in the middle.
Ah, okay, that answers that.
Yeah.
Well, with my version, you're all there and only your box is highlighted when you speak, but nothing moves.
Mine, when you were talking, yours was highlighted green, but I only can see 4 of you at a time. If I want to see Joe, then I have to switch to another screen.
I see. We'll put the 4 you like in one screen and the rest can just
Do that. I can't choose who pops up.
And George, when you're ready, I have minutes of the last March 4th board meeting.
Okay. Well, I guess we should go ahead and, well, is there anything on the youth and community?
Not really. There has been some concern, or I've talked to a couple of people that were involved with it. They're concerned whether we're going to have the drawing or not. And yes, we're going to have the drawing. At this point, I believe that my best option for the drawing would be to hold a Zoom meeting and do the drawing via a Zoom meeting with everybody looking on and myself doing the rotating and the drawing and the whatnot. That's the best option I can offer right now.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, that's a good.
You know,
that's a good option. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's more or less doing the same thing we're doing right now. I would just have the drum here. I'd have to go down to the Italian American Social Club and get it. Hopefully it's available. And just have the drum right here next to me and just go for it.
Mhm.
Okay, but you could bring Kathy in to draw.
Kathy, who?
How many people can sign into? Oh, the meeting has timed out.
No, the meeting was just upgraded for
Well,
unlimited minutes.
Mine said the meeting just timed out, but I got it back. But how many?
It's what happens on your pad if you don't move the window. It becomes stagnant. It thinks it's over with. You have to
Okay.
you have to wiggle it a little bit from time to time.
I'm trying to find out how many people can get onto the meeting through Zoom if they want to do the.
Ordinarily on a free account, I believe you can have 6 people in the meeting.
Oh.
But for now, I believe that Zoom has waived that. So I don't believe there's a limit right now. The limit might be 100,
Yeah. That's what I remember.
but I do not believe that's going to be a problem with us since we only have 20 members. If everybody showed up, we might fill the screen up, but that's about it.
And
And I don't think that's going to happen.
and what's interesting is if the base thing that you can buy is only $16 a month. So I mean, you actually had a lot of stuff going on, and it's cheap enough.
Oh yeah, no, I do well with just a free account.
Yeah.
So
I don't-
we're coming through your free account?
What was that? I'm sorry.
We're coming through your free account?
Yes,
Okay.
you generally speaking, whoever organizes the meeting is the account that is being used.
Okay.
And I've had Zoom for a long while.
So you're proposing this on April 15?
That's correct. Yes.
So you'll send us the link again so we
Yes,
can
I
all.
will. Every time you start a new meeting, it's a new link.
Okay.
So you have to, if you have an old link, just delete it
Okay.
because they're no good anymore.
Okay.
Every time you start a meeting, it assigns it a whole new number.
Do you think any of our purchasers would want to?
Well, what I'll do is I will send a letter out to the various groups and let them know that the drawing will be held via Zoom. And I'll try to help them connect like I've done with some of our members if they're interested. Otherwise, what I will do is I will record it just like tonight's meeting. I'll know a little bit more about that after tonight's meeting ends because it saves the video to my desktop, and I'll be able to look at it from there as to how it works and so forth.
That way you can manipulate it so that we all get the winning ticket, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we hope so.
Good luck with that.
Are there any groups outstanding? Have they all
No.
turned in their tickets?
There are no groups outstanding. I am expecting 2 envelopes with 5 books each in it that people say they have mailed, but I have not received yet. I believe that the mail is a little slower than usual right now.
Mm-hmm.
How many days it's going to be delayed, I don't know. But it has 2 weeks to get here, and people said they mailed it within the last few days, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. At least I don't believe so.
Bob Lahan, at the last board meeting, you said that 1 check was still outstanding. Have you received that check?
Yes.
Oh, that's for the crab feed. That's a done deal, Joe.
Okay, and I'm just going over the notes here.
That's good, Bob. I mean, Joe. So
And did Bob follow through on the suggestion that we reserve a date for next year's crab feed?
Not yet, but I can, that's a good point, and we should do that far enough in advance. So I will
Yes.
contact, they love to have us back, as you know, we got very high marks.
That's
So I'll
good.
contact Father John.
Yeah, confirm a date.
Will do.
Will that be February like last year, like this year? Is it always February?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Okay.
I think ideally is the last full week.
last Saturday.
Yeah, last Saturday in February. So let's
Okay.
see. So we were talking about the crab feed. So how about the football pool? I know football hasn't started.
Football is done for this year. We don't need to bring it up again.
Okay, but I mean it'll hopefully will be starting.
But Truthfully, I don't even look at that until July.
Okay.
Hopefully by then, things are going to be cleaned up and straightened out.
Hopefully
I'll
we'll
have to
be
wait
able
and
to
see.
get out of the house by then, huh?
I hope so. I go out every day. Every morning I go get coffee. That's my trip for the day.
How far do you have to walk?
I don't walk, I drive. It's a couple miles.
You're supposed to be walking in your neighborhood.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
All right.
You don't make your own coffee?
No, I get Starbucks.
Oh, okay.
Linda likes a non-fat latte.
I see. Okay.
I have to go get boss coffee. You got to keep the boss happy.
That's
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
Yep.
My cat is freaking out. He's running up and down the staircase with me.
Take a shot of her.
Gosh.
What'd you do to the cat, Bob?
No, she wants to go outside. This is her time outside.
Well, let her go.
Not by herself.
Not
Not by yourself.
She needs a chaperone or what?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
She tells me it's time to lower the flag, and so she can go out and eat her grass.
I see. Okay.
George, did the Italian Club have any comments when they were informed that we were suspending our meetings?
Well, they're not open.
They're not open.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. They're a small business. They're not essential business.
And
Yeah,
she's still
Unless they do takeout orders.
She's still advertising her crab cioppino that's coming up that she's got scheduled on Facebook.
She can't do it. Too many
Yeah.
people.
I understand, but I mean, she's still got her notice up on Facebook. The last time I looked, promoting crab cioppino.
She probably forgot to take it down.
Yes, yes. So it's locked up then, even for its members. Huh? Yeah, that makes
Yes.
sense.
Yeah, well, you can't have more than 10 people. Is it 10?
Yeah.
Like
I
that.
think it's 10, George. Depending on where you're at and what you're doing, I suppose.
Yeah. That'd make a big circle, right?
In San Francisco, it's 10 people.
If anybody's interested, yesterday I went to my local Burger King and their drive-through service is working, but no inside service is working.
Mhm.
So I got a Whopper and a milkshake from the drive-through.
Now, you couldn't go inside and order, Joe?
No.
No service inside.
Interesting.
I think all the places are doing that.
Yeah.
I think over here you can go inside and order, but you can't eat there. You can order and take your
Oh,
food.
take out. Well, maybe, okay, maybe I said, is there any inside service? I was just curious. And they said no. So, but I didn't say, is there any takeout service from the inside? I didn't ask that.
I know at our supply houses, when we go to get plumbing supplies, you have to call the order in. You drive up to the front of the building and they have a table and they'll come out and put the plumbing products on the table. Then you can come take the stuff off the table.
Oh,
Won't allow you in the building or anything. So.
that's good for the workers there.
Good for everybody.
For us.
Yeah.
Must be fun in the rain, huh?
Well, they put a little tent, and I keep saying, where's the hot dogs and beer, but
Somehow you always get ignored, huh?
yeah.
Layla, does Clinic by the Bay have any testing equipment?
No, we don't. We refer them to the health department. We're not equipped to do any of that because there's so many restrictions when you treat someone like that. We just don't have the premise or the resources.
I see.
What we're doing right now is telephone visits only. And if a patient has to come in, we had one patient that had to get sutures out. The nurse did it, but she put on a hazard suit. And she was the only one there at the clinic.
Wow.
Yeah, and then everything was wiped down after it. You know, you have to wipe down everything. And, but we don't see, we're not accepting patients. It's all telephone visits. And a lot of our patients, they need prescriptions, they monitor them. So it's working. It's just that we're not accepting any new patients, you know, so kind of limited.
What's
Well,
your
we'll
work?
work it out one way or another, you know?
Yeah. It's working fine because all the doctors are calling the patients, you know, from their home, because you can access our system via the web. So, you know, that works.
Are you working in the office, Viela?
I go in about maybe sometimes 2 to 3 times a week to pick up the mail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's 2 people there at the office answering phone calls. And we get a lot of faxes for lab results or x-rays and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Of course, that volume has decreased because all institutions are doing only what's medically an emergency, not non-medical, not non-urgent request.
Right.
So the volume's gone down in that respect. But we're okay. I mean, it's working. We don't see as many patients, but it's working.
So is the staff that's not in the building, are they getting paid?
We're all getting paid because we're still working from home. We have access to our computer. Via my laptop, I have access to my computer where all the systems and applications that I work on a daily basis are located.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Excellent.
Joe, did you finish with the minutes?
Let me review. We purchased Canine Companion raffle tickets, and we donated $100 to Lions Eye Foundation in memory of Don Stanaway.
Good.
And that's the extent of the minutes for the March 4th meeting.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye. All right, motion carries. We have a quorum, good. Changes to the minutes. Lyle, you want to give us the treasurer's report?
Treasurer's report. I'll just run down the first page because it's 15 pages long.
That's a very good report, Ryan.
Yeah. Thank you.
So we're solvent.
We're solvent. We have money.
I make a motion, we accept the treasurer's report.
Second.
Is there any discussion? You know, I wonder if Terry might, if we do another meeting like this in 2 weeks, if he might be interested in doing a Zoom.
He might be. He wasn't terribly interested in hardly anything last time I talked to him. I had to track him down. I got his newest cell phone almost by accident, doing a search on Google, and I was able to talk to him. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I was able to get a hold of him, really. But he's doing okay. He doesn't get out much. He uses Muni as his transportation means. So when we had things at the recreations for the Center for the Handicapped, he came to the crab feed because he doesn't live very far from there. I don't believe he's working actively at Wells Fargo anymore, but I'm not 100% sure about that. He's getting to be a little bit of an old codger. And I think his eyesight is failing somewhat. So I wouldn't hold out any much chance that he's going to show up, but it's possible.
Yeah, no, I just threw that out there.
Out of curiosity, does Wells Fargo pay his dues or does he pay them himself?
Well, the check is drawn on a Wells Fargo account, but it has his name on the account, so I don't think the bank pays his dues.
Okay.
If I remember right, he retired. Something in the back of my head says that.
It's entire. I mean, he's no spring chicken, so he was at the Buckingham Way branch last I heard. If he's still there, I'd be very surprised.
Okay.
But I don't think we've seen him in a few years, actually. He's like a lot of our members.
Huh. So all the best are here. So
Well, at least we hope so.
Outside of the crab feed, I haven't seen him in 20 years.
Who, Terry?
Harris Lee, yes.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That was the last time I saw him as well. Probably 2014, maybe 2000. I think that was the last one we had at the Recreation Center was 14. I won't swear to it.
doesn't seem like it was that long ago.
It was. Time flies.
So I guess we want to vote on the treasurer's report. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Boom, 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 boom. Do we have any old business?
Not that I'm aware of. We kind of lost track of everything, to be very honest with you. Because
How
we
about
haven't
new
met in a
business?
while.
I think we're pretty well cooking
Very well
along.
done. I have a few things on the youth and community.
Okay.
In the financial report was a report on the youth and community. As far as I can tell, right now the bottom line is around $7,700. That's after all the groups are paid.
Wow.
How that compares with last year, I haven't done any comparisons yet, so I don't have those figures. I'm sorry. What I was going to suggest, or what I was going to bring up to the membership is there were approximately where's that info? It's right here. There were about 200 books either returned or lost, making about $418 in returned and lost book fees. Probably more than that, closer to $600. And what I was going to ask or suggest to the board is this, that since there's a lot of need in various communities, it's important that all the community organizations selling tickets have as much funds as possible to distribute or to help people. My suggestion was, for this year only, was to lower the returned book and lost book fee to $1 from $2 for all accounts. Okay, that would cost us approximately $300. It's not huge, but it would put a few extra dollars towards those groups, whatever groups had fees. And I'm going to make that a motion that we lower the lost and return book fee to $1 from $2 for this year only for those purposes.
Why this year only, Lyle?
Because this year is extraordinary in that there's a lot of need in community for support from everybody.
But if you lower it $1 all the time, would that enhance them to participate more or sell more?
No.
I don't think so.
That would allow them to possibly request more books and just return more books.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, we want to make it so that ordinarily we would like it so that they only order the number of books they need.
Yeah.
They don't return unsold books. Lost books is a different matter. You know, kids lose books, people lose books, whatever. That's not nearly as, we had 300 books returned this year, so which is quite a few. And we don't want people to order more than they need. Okay. So that's why I say for this year only. It's only because of the circumstances of this pandemic that I even suggest this. Okay. Just to put a few extra dollars in the hands of various groups that do good. That's all.
Cool. I'm for it.
Yeah, I think that's very nice.
I agree with it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
So
It's hard
like I
times right
say,
now.
it's gonna cost us about $300 in fees. Okay. The books cost us less than $1 each.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we're not losing any money.
Yeah.
We're just not collecting as many fees. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. So it's not a huge thing. And in the letter I write that I enclose with the check I send out, I'll make it explicit that this is for this year only.
Good.
So
Okay.
they'll know. Okay.
So that means that our profit will be down to about $7,400.
Well, I haven't turned my bill in. I'm thinking our profit will be somewhere around 7,100 this year,
Okay.
which is still pretty good.
Oh, that's
How that compares with previous years, I honestly don't know right off the top of my head. I did a comparison last year, which hold on a minute. Let me open up. Oh, wait a minute.
Have you had any difficulty in the past on collecting for lost or missing books?
Well, the difficulty is twofold. Firstly, groups calculating what they need to send in, they make a lot of mistakes. I don't know if they're not paying attention. I honestly don't know. I've simplified it as much as I think I can. That's one thing, is miscalculation. And secondly, there's a few groups that return the books and don't bother to include it in their calculations. So they get
Okay.
they get fined. In other words, before I send them a check for 70%, I deduct those fees as an adjustment to their tickets.
Good.
And then there's 2 or 3 groups that actually send too much money. So I said, you know, if they send me $20 too much, I'll send them back $20 extra. I think in accounting, things need to be either right or not. That's my point of view. And I prefer right. So I'm very exacting. Sorry about that.
No, no.
No, that's
Not
good.
at all.
Anyway, what was I doing? Hold on. Let me look up this is from last year. As soon as it opens. Last year we made 6,877, so we're a little higher than last year. Actually, at 71, we're about $250 more.
That's excellent.
So, you know, we're still doing okay. The first year we did it, we did extremely well. There was a lot of participation. Last year, the participation went down a little bit. This year, we've gotten a couple of new groups, I should say. So that's a great thing.
It's puzzling why other clubs don't jump on the bandwagon.
Because nobody wants to do the work of selling the tickets.
I think you got that right.
Mhm.
That's what I was told.
Yeah, nobody wants to sell the tickets.
Even if their members bought a couple books apiece, they'd still make money.
Yeah.
But you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink.
What about an online purchase the tickets online? Is that doable at all?
No, you cannot sell tickets online.
Okay.
It's against the law.
Okay.
There are a lot of rules that you have to follow, and that's one of them. Another one is that sales of tickets can only be sold in California. You can't sell the tickets outside of California.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of the rules I never mentioned, but there are rules. But anyway.
Excellent.
So that's we're all agreed that, or most of us agreed that we'll lower that to $1 this year.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. I'll make the necessary adjustments and we'll go from there.
Good job, Lyle.
Hey, we aims to please, Master.
Does anybody else have any reports? All right.
No.
Joe, do we have any bills to be paid?
Nope.
There was only one bill this month, and that was dues for the Lions Eye Foundation, and that is sent out automatically. And that was $90.
It's. I guess we can't have a mystery line, huh?
We don't have our badges or pins. Okay, we are all fined.
Yeah, where's the tail twister? Yeah.
Bob Finetch was not very receptive to coming to the meeting tonight.
Okay.
He replied to my initial email with a suggestion of a meeting that we should just cancel the meeting. I think that's a very big mistake, mostly because the longer we do not have a meeting, the less out of the habit of Lions Club every member is going to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's a huge mistake. I think that we're already having enough trouble holding things together with the few people we have that are active. If we lose some of the active ones, you know, it's going to be that much closer to just closing the door. At least, you know, I could be wrong, but
I think everybody
that's how it looks.
I think everybody should at least make an attempt to attend the board meeting. If they can't attend a general meeting, that's not so bad, but the board meeting is when we do most of the business of the club.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people like the social aspect of the club, you know, meeting with their friends and, you know, shooting the bull and so forth. I mean, I enjoy that as well.
Mm-hmm.
How did Graziano react to the Zoom?
Bill, I think would have liked to attend the meeting, but he's afraid of technology more than anything else. I think that's what is holding him back.
I understand. Okay.
And I have to applaud you with both hands that you're here. And actually, it was pretty easy setting it up, wasn't it, Joe?
You get the applause, not us. We're,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the center point of getting us on. Zoom or
Yeah,
in Zoom.
but now that you guys understand that the technology is really very easy, it's like, okay, that's a no-brainer. I'll be there.
Yeah,
You know, as long as you
definitely.
have the time, you know, if like Bob and Zenny, they're on their phone. It wouldn't matter where they're at. They could
Right.
be anywhere
Yeah,
and still be at the meeting.
will always be.
That's right. They could be sitting naked in the hot tub. We wouldn't know it.
We even show you below the head.
Well, we
What
got
happens
Mr.
if
Steve.
one shows as much?
You're all welcome to join us with Mr. Steen.
Uh,
I don't know, Bob. I don't think I'd be able to unsee that.
no, I have a steam room that could accommodate 4 people.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
Well,
And the cat.
oh,
And
the cat.
George is
Okay,
aware
don't
of
forget
that
the cat.
steam room.
Wouldn't want to piss the cat off.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds sort of scary with a cat in there.
She does go in the steam room to check it out.
Wow.
I have one request for the future, and it concerns Al Gentili. As you're aware, this was the 75th anniversary of Iwo Jima, and Al was there. One thing he could not do, he could not attend the anniversary celebration at Arlington, Virginia, which was last month. But what I got, if I can show you, that's the commemorative coin from that meeting. And I want to get
Neat.
Al to one of our meetings and we can present this to him.
I think that would be great.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We'll put that on an agenda for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't let us forget it.
Yeah.
We'll work it out. Even if it gets down to where we have to install some new officers and we can get Al, to come to that, we can do it there.
Absolutely.
So that comes up in July, so we've got a few months.
Okay, well, we'll get there.
Sharon,
So
are there
are
any
we-
candidates for second vice district governor?
What?
Are there any candidates for second vice district governor for the next administrative year?
There is, but I forgot who it is. There is.
Oh, there is,
Yeah.
okay.
Are we going to have an installation dinner? Or is it
Sometime
too-
in July.
Sometime in July, are we?
I think we should wait to see how this Ebola thing plays
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
with
we'll
or
do it.
without, it's okay by me.
Let's
We'll do
not
it
go
when
with
we can.
Ebola, Joe. Let's
Yeah.
stick with the
That was
Wuhan virus.
a few years
We got
ago.
enough trouble.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
if
not the,
if
it's
I
not the 1918 flu, Joe, so hang with it, okay?
if I can do the arrangement if once you decide when to do it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, but I agree with Joe. Let's let this,
Yeah, well,
what we're
let's
dealing
wait.
with, run the course. And if it has to be July or August or September, we'll get it done.
Okay.
Excellent. Thanks for volunteering, Biela.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You've done great parties in the past.
Yeah, I mean, I want to plan the decorations.
That is really good. She likes
We don't
that.
care about the
Yeah.
parties. We
Yeah,
care about the decorations.
I'm so tired of being like the 4 walls and whatever,
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody's been at home and hasn't ventured out except to go grocery shopping or?
Now to
Well, we
the
have our-
dentist.
Went to the dentist. Yes, Zenny had an excellent experience at the dentist. And you don't want to know. Our son
Currently
does,
toothless.
yeah, hold the thing up to show him your tooth.
I'm
Don't
not
do that.
gonna show them my toothless face.
Our son has been shopping for us. We give him a list and he runs off and shops. The only thing he did, when you're dealing with somebody that's, of that, vintage, I said I needed some, ground round because I wanted to make hamburgers. But what he brought me back was a couple of those damn frozen veggie burgers. Okay, well, we tried them and I served them to the cat. I mean,
Yeah. Sacrilegious.
Yeah, really.
You don't do veggie, huh, Bob?
No, I don't do that. So I went out and I got some real ground round from a great butcher, and as Zenny knows, I made my grandmother's meatloaf in a cast iron skillet, and it was excellent.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that
That's
sounds
good.
really good. Cast iron skillet. Way to go.
Yeah. So my face is still swollen
Oh,
because they could not save the tooth. So they pulled it out on the same day.
Ooh.
Sorry. It takes a
Broken
while
tooth.
to go down.
It's terrible. It's near the front. So I'm gonna request Santa for some tooth at this Christmas time.
Okay.
oh,
Tell the tooth fairy to give you some of those back, right?
yeah.
The tooth fairy has disappeared.
She's on sequester.
Yep. Well, I enjoy this meeting among us in the most special way of Zoom. Thank you, Lyle. And thank you, George, for suggesting.
Well, it was a group effort.
Yes, indeed.
Well,
I think
it's
this was great.
approaching 7:30. Anybody got anything else to say?
Not for me.
Not for me either.
Well, I make a motion.
Served its purpose.
Okay,
Make a
can we
Excellent.
make a motion that we adjourn?
Second.
All right, we'll see you all
I
at the
wanna
next
say-
regular meeting then.
Be safe, be well, and talk to you next time.
Yeah,
Okay, Ziggy.
and be blessed, okay?
2 weeks from now.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay.
I'll get some details together on the next meeting and let everybody know.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you, Lyle.
All
Thank
right,
you.
guys.
Well,
Thank
Right.
you all.
I'm gonna
night,
go ahead
folks.
and end the meeting for everybody.
Okay.
Bye.
All righty.
Right.
Okay,
Thanks,
guys.
Bob.
Have a great week.
You too.
So do you.
Bye.
Bye.